are still continuing. Zimbabwe undergoing through the most trying time, whereby Emerson Mnangagwa looks set to mutilate the constitution, undertake two sweeping changes against the people of Zimbabwe and without the endorsement of the people of Zimbabwe. This is the government that was given a 5-year contract, but they are deciding to give each other 2 more additional years and to stretch their actual years to 7 years without consulting the people who gave them the mandate for 5 years, and this would be undermining the people of Zimbabwe. And guess what? They have got a lot of machinery in terms of political analysts to try and actually spin propaganda to their advantage. Acie Lumumba claims that these constitutional changes that Emerson Mnangagwa has effected are specifically meant to stop Chiwenga from becoming the president. And I agree on that one, but the where we disagree is whether they would be successful. I don't foresee them being successful. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hloniphani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So let's hear Acie Lumumba speaking. Let me try to take it down.
The coalition in 2017 is the last institutional ban in Zimbabwe and permanent loss of direct presidential elections. The most important question is this: if this amendment passes, and it almost certainly will, because ZANU-PF holds the supermajority, and Chabangu's Triple C will deliver the remaining votes, becomes the next president of Zimbabwe, if it goes through. It's not Chiwenga. The amendment is designed specifically to neutralize his path. His military capital is worthless in a parliamentary selection. Not any opposition figure is going to get into power. The opposition can't even hold a party together, let alone a parliamentary contest. So I want you to think about it. Under the new system, the president is chosen by the parliamentarians. Parliamentarians whose loyalty is secured through patronage, and who control the patronage pipeline. Who has the resources to purchase 360 luxury vehicles if he has to? Who has been systematically embedded in every level of party machinery? Who was inducted into Central Committee in August 2025, despite having no liberation credentials, no political history, no popular mandate. If this constitutional amendment passes, the person who is best positioned to command a parliamentary majority through resources, network, and institutional placement is Kuda Mashitabire. Let that settle. Not through the ballot, but through the checkbook. I want to make something clear.
Okay, so you've heard what this fellow is saying. Anyway, it's in a democratic society. Anyone is expected to express his view, just as we are expressing our views. But ZANU-PF of Mnangagwa would not love us to express our views as this fellow, Acie Lumumba, did. Now, caption this. Retired General Chiwenga is equally aware that these constitutional changes that are introduced by Emerson Mnangagwa are meant to actually limit his chances of becoming the next president. He is well aware, and some military generals, they are well aware that these constitutional changes initiated by Emerson Mnangagwa are meant to take away the power from the military that has been existing ever since the formation of ZANU-PF. And Mnangagwa understands it very, very well, that what stands on his way Chakure at the moment is the military. That is why we have seen him ever since Blessed Geza came out. We have seen him undertaking numerous changes with the thrust of neutralizing the military and neutralizing retired General Chiwenga. So, as we are told by Ziambi, it's good that someone who is supporting Mnangagwa Chakure, most probably because he's a paid troll. I'm talking about Acie Lumumba. I think he is joining also individuals such as Themba Mliso. Don't ever think these people are not paid. They are paid. Acie Lumumba was once a disc jockey, a DJ at some radio stations, so he commands some degree of influence. They know that, and they are tainting that influence by paying him so that he actually cooks propaganda. But well, in the process of cooking propaganda, he is releasing very, very important information that we have always said that these drastic 22 constitutional changes, they are created for one person, that is retired General Chiwenga, and one institution, that is the military. I like what Acie Lumumba did. He acknowledged that retired General Chiwenga has the military capital. Now, that counts in the Zimbabwean politics. I must undertake to tell you that in 2017, the military was not constitutionally empowered to remove Robert Gabriel Mugabe. Upholding the constitution does not mean that you carry out a military coup. You override the commander-in-chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. No, it didn't mean that. But they had to manipulate that clause, just like what Emmerson Mnangagwa today is doing, to remove Robert Gabriel Mugabe. So where am I going to? I'm going to this notion that in spite of the safety nets that Mnangagwa may be trying to impose through papers and through reshuffles, but the people who actually played a significant role in 2017 still existing, it's as good as he is actually doing nothing, because these people are there. And I remember telling you at one point that in military, what works is seniority, not who is the commander at the moment. You may be the commander, but as long as some generals that have occupied the similar position that you are occupying, they are still alive, you salute those generals. They are actually seniors militarily in Zimbabwe. That's how it is. That's why you will see the generals saluting retired General Chiwenga, saluting Kembo Mohati, and obviously saluting also in a similar manner Emmerson Mnangagwa. So where we are going now, that they are making it, they are playing their game openly. Mnangagwa Chakure is playing his game openly. He is working with Mnangagwa to manipulate the constitution so that he take over political power from Emmerson Mnangagwa. But remember, I have warned about Mnangagwa that he is a very selfish man. There is absolutely no way he will give power to Mnangagwa Chakure. If, let's say, for a second, he deals with retired General Chiwenga, and retired General Chiwenga is out of the picture. And then the next person that automatically would be the enemy of Emmerson Mnangagwa is none other than Mnangagwa Chakure. If you don't believe me, let's go back to 2017. The relations between Chiwenga and other military generals who are underground, as well as Mnangagwa, how were they? These were parties. These were brothers. The brotherhood was strong. That is why even when Mnangagwa, political career was taken down, they had to lay their lives for him. It was not an easy decision to actually unleash the military to the streets against a sitting head of state. He could have actually fought back and won, but they undertook that risk. For who? For Emerson Mnangagwa. What does it do? Barely few months after taking power, there is a White City incident. It's written Emerson Mnangagwa all over it. There was someone who was aimed at that White City stadium incident. Not only that, generals are poisoned. Some of them, they just collapse in their farms. Die, and COVID became an instrument to quickly get rid of them so quickly and so fast. Just yesterday, they were burying another brigadier general. Do you think that is in isolation? It is not in isolation. It tells you the broader and bigger picture of Emerson Mnangagwa. Now, the mind-boggling question, will he manage to actually, this time around, take away the powers of the military that existed as long as history could be imagined? That is the mind-boggling and the million-dollar question. We see he is doing something to the military. Have they given up? Are they going to allow him to do as he please? Let's watch and see. This year would be decisive. If Emerson Mnangagwa hold on up to the end of the year, then it means he is going to get away with everything, in my view. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okanqobo Mhlabane is signing out. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast as I give you more good morning and wish you